John Shagnon, PCS Outdoors. I'm going to show you how to set a Longspring trap and a coil spring trap. I've got a #1 new house made by the Victor Oneida company. This particular one is a double jaw and offset. Real nice trap for raccoon. Just like this trap. Anyways, with #1s, I generally just use my hands and watch my fingers. This particular is right out of a box, but as you can see, I keep my hands always away from the dog and the notch, so that I don't, if the trap does spring, I'm not going to pinch my fingers, which I did one time this fall, and I got a black fingernail because of that, and that didn't feel good. This particular trap's made in the USA, and it's used for muskrat, mink, and raccoon. Most traps on the market today come with a either a drowner lock as this, or a universal swivel that could be used as a drowner lock, or put a re-rod stake through it. The other way, if you're younger, or to set a long spring, or if it's a larger trap with a stronger spring, this is one of the smaller ones. #0 is the only other smaller than this, #1. That's mostly used for gophers. But basically, that's a #1 new house long spring. What I have here, and I would not be able to set with just my hands, is all coil springs, to my knowledge, traps are basically 2 springs. They come in different variations. This is a 2-coiled. There's many traps on the market that are 4-coiled. At PCS Outdoors, we carry Duke, which is one of our best sellers. We carry all of the Victor Oneida traps, which are made in the USA. We sell a lot of Bridger traps, Minnesota brand traps, and some others. But basically, I compress the 2 springs on this coil spring. My foot is in control. I keep a firm grip, and essentially I'm going to have my fingers out of the way when I let go of that, and my foot was always on those springs, so it's pretty safe. So essentially, that's how you set a coil spring trap. I'm going to take 1 second to describe what a lot of beginning trappers don't know, and we're asked a lot, is what's the difference between a offset and a regular jawed trap. Well, an offset, this particular offset on a #1 is looks like approximately 1/8 of an inch, and the idea behind the offset is that it's not going to have as much impact and less likely to damage the foot or leg of an animal. The straight jaws benefit is that if I was trapping a beaver here and caught him by the toe, he would still humanely slide down the drowner wire and be held, whereas if you had an offset, he would not stay in there if he was caught by the toe in a water set. So my preference is when I'm land trapping, I use offset traps, both coil springs and long springs. appropriate sized for the target animals that I'm trapping.
Do you have a call on 561?
And in the water, I
Chris,
basically use
561.
straight jawed traps. But that's my preference. John Shegnan, PCS Outdoors, how to set coil spring and long spring traps.